I'm Darian Hickman. I created an app called MakeSQLite. If you can come up with a better name, please let me know. The whole point of this particular library and command is to turn any data file into SQLite. So whether that's CSV, TXT, eventually JSON, but right now it's just CSV, Excel, and HTML. The goal is to first create all those brilliant examples, make sure the code is organized the way I want, implemented the way I want, and then turn AI loose on making as many additions as possible in the more converters. Here's the repo up on GitHub. Here's the primary place to look at the source code. Here's the classic example of data that's not SQLite but should be is CSV. And here we can see all the basics of how do I convert this code in SQLite. Basically, it's a combination of just make all the data, all the table names and column names compliant with what SQLite needs, and then submit all the rows. And it happens crazy fast because SQLite is local file system. There's no server by default. They just write it out. It's basically a quick upgrade to any CSV file. So now anyone who wants to look at the data inside the CSV file can now easily filter it, sort it. So let's take a look at this thing in action. All right, I have a bunch of sample data in a folder called sample data. If we take a look at what's in here, dig down a little bit, we'll see this expenses.csv file. Let me go ahead and open up a new tab just to see what that even looks like. So I want to cat sample data mavcoflight demo mavcoflight expenses.csv. Oh, and it's literally expenses. It's something from 2022 apparently, or earlier. Head. No. Yeah. So it's all data from 2022 of me actually spending money on stuff. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing in there. And then if you work in data, this is very run-of-the-mill data to take formatted data to then put into your whole data ecosystem of tools. So what happens when you run MakeSQLite on this guy? Let's go back to that window. So MakeSQLite, sample data demo, you got expenses CSV, and it creates the same file but with DB as the suffix. And let's see if I ever can remember enough to browse this data. Okay, so we have this table. So since CSV doesn't have any default table name, I didn't use the file name as the table name. It might be the follow-up. But I want to make it easy for any tools to consistently know that, hey, the default file name will be TB0. And there's that same data. I don't remember the name of the date column, but just call it date greater than 2022 04 01. And it doesn't fail, but it doesn't completely succeed either, because I am also seeing data from February and other dates. Not sure, because it's right now it's all text, there is no date format, but given the way that it's formatted, the text formatting should work. Yeah, date, text, done. Okay, that's looking good. I'm gonna look at data after Valentine's Day of 2022. And there it is.